So my name is Henry. I'm creative director and one of the partners at Dog Studio. Company has been born 12 years ago. Actually, I wasn't there back then. It's four of my partners who are friends and brothers founded the company. It started like small and love like local clients and actually mainly branding when it started. And then we got to more digital work over the years. But yeah, it's not like Resistory. I think it's like more like most agencies, like friends or something who wants to get mixed. So the Kick has been founded, I think, like 8 years ago. So we just wrapped up the last edition like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's actually festivals like ours which gave us the willingness to start our own back then, because we noticed that we always had to travel to go to digital festivals or design festivals, and so we wanted to bring this in the country. For the festival, I'm mainly in charge of the design. So of course we have a team, and it's Dog Studio as a whole, which is working on pretty much everything from the website, from the branding to the website. But over the years, I took the head of this constant rework, because every year we start over the branding. Yeah, so far, so far so good. It's a lot of work, but it's cool. The conference is about our approach in general at Dog Studio regarding design. So over the years, we kind of had our own approach, which is based on, of course, storytelling, but also we try to introduce a lot of emotion. And this is why here I'm coming back on a few projects and how we approach them, but also try to explain a bit more of the background, the theory. So a bit of neuroscience and basically our brain works, and why it's really important to take into account that we're dealing with humans, because we're really right now at a time where you work a lot with numbers, and like you have a lot of data in the background, and we kind of forget that in the end you're just like trying to connect with someone. So it's around this, and I have also like a lot of shitty references to like 80s movies and you'll see. I would say that for us, Australia has been a game changer, especially because the company has been born in a pretty small country. We're from Belgium, a small city from the country, so I think something like 100,000 people, so it's pretty small. And it's not exactly the place you think about when you're looking for an agency to work with you if you're, like an international brand. And this is why awards helped us get some visibility and some recognition that we actually needed to be on the map. And first it was, like when you win your first award, it's super interesting and super great for us. But I think it's when we started to get more of this visibility, we got some kind of a stability regarding this feedback. And so far it's been great. And I think real game changer was winning 2 Site of the Year, because this was definitely like, okay, those guys know what they're doing. And over the years, I think awards has still been a really big source of referrals for us. Actually, it's been like a few years now doing the jury. It's always different, because like the market is changing, and like challenges are changing as well. The thing is, like, I think over the beginning there were way less people involved in the jury, and then it grew and grew and grew. And so right now it's more also of a challenge to find. Of course, I'm going to judge the way I think a website should be valued, but also it's cool because you have like now more people who are kind of giving a different approach to that. So that you can have a lot of different angles compared to if you have a small team of juries. So it's pretty interesting because now you can have a lot of different views over a subject. Trends is difficult. It's Really, over the last years, we came back a lot to do a lot of branding work because I think the size of our clients kind of got us in a place where they were needing more of global work from strategy, to branding, and then getting to a website or something else. This year has been concentrated on a few things. Of course, the Cake Festival website, because it's been a big one. Some portals for some game changing companies from in their own fields. And actually, we pushed a lot over interactive installations work this year, because this is something we feel is really interesting when it comes to getting feedback. You can really see people interacting. It's better than any website where you can get this kind of interaction and this kind of result. And so yeah, I think we keep on pushing in any digital touchpoint which makes sense for our clients. I think we've been saying the same thing over and over the years, because this is, I guess, where it's going. But less desktop computer, more out-of-home experiences, integrating the user experience in your daily life more into like your home or whatever you wear. Or there's like a lot of work and a lot of newcomers in the mixed reality field, and AR, VR, and everything, which is still not really mature yet, but slowly getting there. So most probably we're going to keep on pushing on the websites the way we do it, and like even more data and even more like predicting what the users actually need. But most probably we're going to also get out of this paradigm of just being on a computer.